So these are the first questions. This is part one of week one. What we've got to do is multiply out the brackets, and here's just a few of them to start here. Here we've got 7. 7 times 4x is 28x's, and 7 times 5 is 35. And just multiplying out. In the same way here, but don't forget this little minus outside here. I've got minus 15x's here, and the minus times another minus is plus 21 here. This third one, a lot of people think that there's a bracket all the way around this thing here. They start doing much more than they need to. There isn't a bracket there. Here, you've got 5a at the front here, and then you're taking away these two bits times together, which is 12a, and these two bits times together. I've got another minus minus here, so there's a plus 4 there. So now we can tidy it up all together to get the minus 7a's plus 4. Same idea on this one here. Let's do the bracket bit here first, which gives me 2y's plus 3y times another y is 3y squareds. But I'm also going to add the 4y at the start to that. So all together now, I've got 6y's plus 3y squareds. Here, this says I've got to take away everything that's in the bracket. So my first line is minus 3x's, minus another x, and now at the end here, minus a 4. Now collecting this together, I've got minus 4x's and minus 4. You can see through a lot of these, there's options, there's potential to make negative slips. You want to avoid all the slips you can. On number 6 here, we've got a basic one to start with. 5 times 2 is 10, and 5 times the 1 gives minus 5. And now I'm going to take away 3x's. Can you spot where people might make the mistake? Here, we've got a plus 4. And so my final answer now is then 7x's minus 1. Here we have got two brackets. Now if you've got two brackets, you can either do a little box or you can do a little smiley face, but eventually these things need to be done almost instantaneously. So I've just got the x squared, I've got the 5x's, and I've got a 6. Here on the next one, I've got a t squared, and I've got minus 7t's and plus 10. Plus 10 because it's minus 5 times by minus 2. Here there's lots to work out here, isn't there? So let's just do the first bit there. We've got 6x squareds to begin with. Now let's do the 2x times by the minus 4. So that's minus 8xy's. Now I'm going to do 3y times by 3x. And finally I'm going to do 3y times by minus 4y. So I've got minus 12y squareds there. And this bit in the middle could be tidied up. Minus 8 plus 9 means I've just got plus 1 of the xy's there. On this one here, you're being asked to first of all multiply out that bracket there. So I've got x squared plus x minus 6. Then I've got to times it by 4. So I've got to times everything by 4 there. Sorry about the mess. Here's an interesting one, because here you get the 4y squared, and then you get a minus 2y and a plus 2y. And in the end, I've got a minus 1. And these two bits here cancel each other out, and we're left with a little format called a difference of two squares. And they are very interesting when you're trying to factorize those, going the other way. Here, I've got 12, I've got plus 20x's, I've got minus 5x squareds, and what else am I missing? I haven't done the minus x times the 3, so minus 3x's. And again, I can do some tidying up here. So I've got minus 5x squareds, I've got 20, take away 3, 17x's, and what was that number at the front? It was a 12. So we've got all of those. When you've got the bracket squared, what you must remember is that it's not just x squared take away 1 or even x squared add 1. It's not that. What you've got to remember is you've got x times minus 1 times by another x by minus 1. And so you've got x squared minus 2x plus 1 there. Similarly, this one here is going to give you 9x squared. You're then going to get 5 times 3 is 15, but there's 2 of those. And at the end, you've got 5 times 5 is 25. Almost finished. Let's go down here for this one here. I've got 49x squareds, I've got minus 28x's, and a plus 4 on the end here. And here, like the one we had earlier, back at number 11, I'm getting an x squared and a minus 4 at the end of it. So there's all the answers to those, but that was just the starting point for this. If you've made any mistakes, however small, it might be that you kept doing negative issues, go back, go to the My Maths page, watch some videos and go over that until you don't make any errors.